Good morning, traders. Welcome back to another live stream. Happy Monday, April 28th. Before we get started, as always, make sure you read what's on the screen. Trading's risky. Most traders lose money. If you trade, you're probably going to lose all your money. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. I'm just an idiot here on YouTube yapping about trading. Nothing I say or do is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, what you're going to see here in funded prop firm accounts, and the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content like Top 1 Futures and code RDF. I cannot be unbiased on a lot of things, but especially partners and affiliate things that I'm sponsored with, that I'm partnered with. Let's jump right onto the charts, guys. Now that we got through the long disclaimer that getting better and better at, because I got to keep rattling it off. So we are here on MES. This is Top 1 Futures on the Project X platform. I am going to have to adjust that overnight high. We got some overlapping levels here, but we're going to hop out to the daily like we usually do and take a look at this, get some top-down analysis. We got a fresh week. We are in for a full week as far as no holidays or anything really getting in the way of our trading. I've really been liking the 15-minute chart, which is primarily what I'm going to be looking at, which is really wild. Coming from the 1 minute primarily, zoomed out in these volatile market conditions has been paying pretty well. If you've been watching the lives, pretty good results. Couple losses 2 weeks ago, wrapped up a winning streak. But then finished off the week strong last week, man. Just really back-to-back wins. Friday, the market makers had to take my stream down. It was an attack. They took it down. They didn't want me here with you guys. So I called the trades live in Discord, and we took some wins. Took one win, really, that I hit buy and held all day, and that one paid me. Not a whole bunch, but worked out nicely for about 2K across accounts. I am here in my 350K Top 1 Futures accounts. Again, on Project X, we'll talk about a new deal they got running, some changes they had going on. Hopefully, the stream is up good and the market makers don't come and take me down again. That's a joke, of course. So, let's take a look at this. Good morning. Good morning. Look at that boy with the hair. Yeah, Ralph, Andre, Keith, what's up, guys? Yeah, man, the hair's cut. Nobody freak out. Hair's cut. We're feeling a lot lighter today. I donated my hair to Locks of Love. Cut a whole bunch off. I had like 13 inches on my head. So, yeah, man, I appreciate you guys. So, looking at the daily chart, let's take a look at this together. We'll see how a haircut influences your trading. See if that helps out. So, if we're looking at the daily together, really zoomed out. We know into the end of last year we were consolidating. I'm just going to run through this fresh week, right? Consolidating up here around highs here in ES. This is the MES chart, the micro ES chart. As you know, damn near the same thing as ES, which is the S&P 500 futures contract. We're trading futures here if you're brand new. We started selling off pretty damn aggressively into this year, right? We had some tariff concerns, a whole bunch of geopolitical coming out of the Trump administration, the US politics really just sending things for a loop here. We sold off really aggressively. We bottomed out down here with these huge indecision daily candles. Big pump. This was, I believe, on some, China tariff news, but again, not going into too much fundamentals. Big pump up, pull back down, attempt to run the highs over here. We failed to do that, came back down, maybe had to retest this level again, sweep below this low after the push up. And now you can see what we did last week, right? Gap up really aggressively and really continued to put bullish candles in. Now, this one was obviously a pretty gnarly sell-off during the main session with this big wick to the upside. Nice big pop here. Continuation on Friday. This is the 25th. Not a whole lot, but enough for me to grab longs and hang on to them all day and close out near the highs. You can see the close on that candle. And now, a little bit of a pullback, but choppy overnight session and a bullish candle sweeping above prior day high. This, to me, looks bullish. Sue me, right? This looks like we're finding a bottom here. We pushed up here, pulled back, tried to run it, didn't do it there. Sellers took it back down. Now, this past week, we've had bullish bar after bullish bar, breaking above prior bar highs, continuing to the upside. We had some nice pullbacks last week, and I think this might be the movement. Now, we are at a no news Monday, which I'll talk about before we drop down to the lower time frames. We are a no news Monday. Traditionally, a zero news Monday, like not even a Fed speaker or anything, would make for potentially choppy, rangy, consolidating conditions, right? So is today the day we break the highs here, really kind of come outside of this zone and start to drift higher to this next area of volume? I don't know. But initially, technically, right, and that's what I pay attention to first and foremost by the long shot, right, 99% technical, just pattern recognition, simple stuff. That's what it looks like, right? Now, as we drop down to the lower time frames, I'll make a case for shorts as well. I'll kind of talk about what we had going on overnight session, right? Here's our session changeover. Here is prior day's volume profile. Again, I'm zoomed out on the 15-minute here. We might look at the 1 minute, but zoomed out on the 15-minute has been working really, really well for me. The data is really telling me I should stay that way. So I'm going to try to challenge myself to that little bit higher time frame, longer holds, wider stop, wider target. I don't mind. I could hold trades all damn day. And like I did on Friday, through profit, loss, and then all the way back up to highs to close out. You know, it's a skill set that I have that some don't. Maybe I'm not going to be as great as picking a sniper entry, and you know, staying on the higher time frame is going to help me. But for any event, data showing that that's solid for me. So here's session changeover. We open up gap down right into yesterday night, Sunday open, April 27th. We did sell off a bit, stayed below VWAP up until the really London session open. And then from London, we kind of pushed higher, right? All the way into pre-market here, looking at the 8 a.m. time frame right there. Pushed higher all the way into the open. And just now on this open, we got 3 overlapping levels here, which is a little bit difficult to see, but I'll move them just so we can. That's prior day's high, overnight high, and prior week value area high. Put them back to where they're supposed to go. So we just cracked above all of that. And just so we were looking at it on the daily, we are at the top of what I would call a pretty important level here, right? Here was the massive sell-off, big indecision daily candles, big push up, sell back off, tried to try it again, didn't come back up here. Cracked above all of these, right, last week, but really held up here, right? Kind of chopped around and consolidated, and now again we're trying it. So we got higher lows and higher highs getting put in at this area of resistance. This looks like we want to break. You know, this looks like we want to break to the upside. Now, where are we headed if we start to break to the upside? Now that we got that top-down analysis, you know, from the week, appreciate you bearing with me, and I'll check the chat. I'm sure you guys are saying what's up. Just wanted to get through top-down analysis for the week, you know, as we're coming into a end of the month here, coming into May. So if we continue this move to the upside, right, it's not completely dead here with volume, but this is the next obvious point for me. The 5600s would be a line in the sand that we're headed towards right now. Like, I like this long, man. Same play that I've had almost every other day last week, just buying off the open. Anyway, 5600s are the next line in the sand. I think we're going to head towards that level. Past that would be the 5630s. Why? Area of consolidation, right? You know, next area of high volume. I've been putting out videos on volume profile. Put one out yesterday. If you guys want to check it out, I'll have more backtesting videos, more examples. But this has been working really, really, really nicely for me, really easily. Since coming over the futures market, really paying attention to volume. To the upside on Bookmap, we do have orders as well, but let's just talk about the downside if we are in fact going to reject here. If we are going to in fact reject here, chart's not resetting, I could see us selling back off where potentially a sweep down below prior day's low, right? I could see us returning to this area of high volume. This is prior week's volume point of control, coming off of this big volume, fixed range volume profile from last week's price action and structure. So I could see a return, you know, back down past the 5500s, right? If we were really going to sell off, where do I think we come to? If we get down through VWAP, you know, past overnight low, down into this area, I think with some ease, potentially sweeping below, you know, prior day's low, something along those lines. But so far, this looks super bullish off the open, man. 942, we're not even 15 minutes in, but I'm looking at this long. You know, we didn't have as clean of structure as we've had some of the other times where I've been really comfortable getting involved early, which would be a really nice sweep down below or return to an area of high volume. For example, like what would get me in long, like right now on another day, I always talk about this, you know, as I'm framing out my trades. Let's say like, you know, right here around this pre-market time frame or even overnight, we put our overnight low in down around this prior week volume point of control, this area of high volume. We came back down and then we pushed out. That gives me like a super clean invalidation point, like really, really clean. sellers would have taken it down to this area of high volume, failed to get below. We push at the open aggressively. That really makes the case for the move higher. Now, this is making the case for the move higher here. We hung out down in this area of consolidation. This might be all we have to do today, and this is going to be our daily low, forming a nice big bullish candle, pushing to the upside. And I'm not really asking a lot out of the market to go and check out the 5600s, 5630s. Like, this isn't an insane movement. So 1 minute left on this candle. I'm really tempted to try this long right off the open. I think I might with low risk, guys. I'm just looking at this long right now. I think a return down to this area could be in store. A pullback maybe before we blast off higher. Conversely, if I'm dead wrong and this is not going to be a bullish day, and for some reason, shorts are going to step in here, I'm dead wrong, and it's all the way back down to this level, the 5500. But I would be surprised if we didn't go and check out one of those levels. So I'm eyeballing along. That's the long-winded way of me telling you what I'm looking at here, right? Based on price action, market structure, volume. I will show you order flow in a second, but it's supporting me to the upside here. 550, we've got some liquidity to the downside, but that's really it. All the way to 5600 and 5650. We got a lot on the book, man. So I really like this long. I'm sighing because I don't love getting involved this early. It's just not my favorite thing to do. My data isn't fantastic telling me to get involved right off the open, but this is really strong. I'm going to watch what happens here. I think a pullback to this level would be pretty sweet for a continuation of the upside, but this may just take off from here. Do I want to buy the first 15-minute pop? Not really, man. Not really. So I'm going to stay patient, just kind of look for some form of a pullback here, but I'm tempted to try this bad boy long just for a continuation. Yeah, this thing looks like it wants to go. 5580, 90, we have liquidity. Yeah, I think we're going to check out the 5600s. Unless we sell off from here really aggressively. I'm eyeballing along here, guys. That's my game plan. I'm going to try it. I'm going to get long from up here. And yeah, I'm going to run this one tight. I'm going to run this one tight. This is going to be my game plan here. We popped at the open. I'm going to look for this to continue. I'm going to run this much tighter. Actually scaling in a little bit here. I'm going to go just under $600 worth of risk on this trade. Not going to run a take profit. This is going to be a continuation to the upside right here, right now. Not allowing us to come back down to this area, right? Option 2. So I'm long, right now I'm long 5 from 55, 75, and 3/4. This is across 3 accounts, 3 top 1 futures accounts. I'm going stop right around 55.50. There is some liquidity there, so my option 2 would be like way down here for an invalidation point. I've already sized up. That would be a cleaner invalidation point, like for a long hold for the day, all the way up to this level. But if I structure it this way, I'm really not asking for a lot out of the market to give me a decent trade. I think a pop through these 580s up towards the 5600s is what I'd be looking for on this movement right here. We have to return and sweep these lows. I'm going to be out. Again, lower risk, right? So I'm going to allow myself a second trade. I don't know that I want to make this the one and done with, $1,000 or $1,200 worth of risk all the way down here, holding for a massive movement for 2 reasons. Number 1, I don't know that that I have to be right on this one, right? We could come back down, sell off, stop me out, and I could still have room to get in for a short and take this to the downside. And number 2, I have a consistency rule on these accounts, right? So I'm not going to put up a massive number to the upside. I don't need to. If we pop, 100 ticks to the upside, we'd be sitting right around that, right around that 5600 level. So that's what I'm going to look for out of this. Long 5, 55, 75 and a quarter. Stop at 55, 51 and 3/4. Waited for the first 15-minute bar. Not waiting for a whole bunch. Not waiting for initial balance. Retest of this area could be in store. If we come all the way back down and we don't find buyers right here, we have to come back down and sweep these lows. I think we're retesting VWAP, if not coming down all the way to this area. And at that point, this trade thesis that we're going to continue from right here, right now, is just not valid. Looking at this on Bookmap, we look good. There's liquidity down below. There's buy orders down below. But to the upside, we got really, really clean levels. I'm going to show you guys Bookmap as well. But I'm getting long on this bad boy. 5580 right here, 5590, and 5600. If I zoom out, that bad boy up there has got a big stack. 5650. So yeah, kind of like we saw on Thursday, where I'm going to jump in early, but I'm going to temper that. I'm going to temper that with some reduced risk, almost half risk, you know, right around that half risk point for me. Why? Because I'm getting involved early. Oftentimes, there's just a lot of volatility. The market doesn't make a decision, you know, right off the bat. I'm aware of that. But I want to get involved and not potentially miss this move to the upside, because I have a nice thesis that we move through these areas of liquidity pretty quickly to the upside without returning all the way back down past the 55.50s. But you can see that. Ooh. Oh, selling pressure immediately. I might be the quick stop on this one. We're going to see. We're going to see how this low risk, you know, movement, whether or not that makes sense. But that's a lot of volume right there to the downside. Just sold off super aggressively, cleaned out buy orders, kind of bounced right there. We can watch this on Bookmap. You guys know where my my trade is on if you were on here 60 seconds ago. But stop is right down here. Not going to survive a pullback down through VWAP. This would be a continuation right here, right now. But anything can happen, as we know. Sellers could step in. Return to VWAP is totally in store. Again, why I'm structuring this trade, you know, a little bit light, right? A little bit light. $1,000 or over, you know, that would be saying, you know, I'm all in on this one. Probably going to have to wait a long period of time for that second trade. Look at that, man. Really aggressive sweep right back down to prior day high. Prior week value area high and overnight high. Not a bad test. Let's see if we have to come back down and break this 15-minute range to the upside and downside. Not a terribly uncommon thing to happen. But again, running this one fairly tight. Not terribly tight, right? We're on the 15-minute chart here. 23, 24 points, 95-ish ticks of risk. But so far, not blasting to the upside. 131 orders at 55.50. That could be a problem. Just not continuing on this move to the upside. We tried for a little while here, but we got some volume to the downside on that move. It was an immediate wick and then pop back up, as you saw on Bookmap. But we'll see what we get out of here. Now, appreciate you guys hopping on. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. Fresh week. What's going on, everyone? Appreciate you. Yeah, got a lot of comments on the haircut, man. Could it be testing level from several days back and go south? Sure, absolutely, Ralph. It could be doing anything that it wants to do, for sure. It could be testing a level. There's a case to be made always in every market condition, long and short. For me, right? What am I looking at here? Yes, we sold off really aggressively from way back. If we zoom way out from that area consolidation. Coming out of these lows, right? This aggressive selling pressure, pushing higher, failing to move higher right here, pulling back down, sweeping lows, coming all the way back up, sweeping highs again, and then consolidating up near these highs on these last 2 days. This thing looks primed for the breakout. Now, do we get it here on this No News Monday? Like I talked about, oftentimes we get a lot of consolidation, a lot of chop. Just a lot of indecision, right? There's not a lot of fundamental drivers behind the market right now on a No News Monday. I recognize that. But as I zoom in from this higher time frame trend to the upside to the lower time frame trend to the upside, for me, nothing tells me to get short here, right? Higher lows getting put in, higher highs, breaking above, holding above VWAP, pushing at the open, breaking above, prior day high, overnight high, prior week's value area high, retesting here. This looks good for the move to the upside. Now, if we were just going to trade the mean reversion right down to where my stop loss is, even below the 55s, 30s, that looks like a play potentially before a move to the upside, right? And that's why I'm not in super heavy. If I was in heavier, I would want my stop loss way down here, way down below this, this volume area. this area of consolidation. Anticipating a move maybe later in the day to the upside, but allowing it to come back down to this area. Retest VWAP, kind of check this out, and then continue the upside. I took this one early. Doesn't look like it's going to play. I'm quickly losing faith in this trade. That's a pretty gnarly rejection, and then not an immediate sign from buyers to step in and continue to bring this thing higher. But that's part of it, right? It's part of getting involved early, putting trades on, and just allowing them to play out. This same play played really, really nicely for me on this day, right? Where is our 9:30 where we got involved really quickly? Right here. On a day like today, maybe we pull back, which it looks like we're about to, and take the stop out. On a day like the 24th, I can't remember if this was like Wednesday from last week, got involved fairly quick off the open. I did do it with low risk, but look at how that one played, right? Had we waited maybe for a retest of this area of high volume down here, rather than getting involved 9:45, I think it was getting long somewhere in here, we wouldn't have had any other opportunity, right? We would have just watched the market drift in our direction all damn day. So you just let the probabilities play out in your favor, right? You have something that makes sense that you do consistently day over day. You're going to take plenty of L's. You're going to watch me take plenty of L's as you're trading. And the goal is just to stay calm, chill out like I talk about. Don't do anything crazy when you're taking wins. Don't do anything crazy when you're taking losses. And just let the odds play out, man. Market's very random on the short term. Very random. But on the long term, patterns repeat themselves. Develop some consistency. But so far, pulling back down. Didn't want to continue right through those highs. Stop is tight on this one, like I talked about. 5,500. 55.50s. Looks like we want to return to that level right around where my stop is. Got a feeling we're going to sweep that. Maybe check out VWAP, this area of high volume down here. If we do take the stop, which looks like it's coming pretty quick, I'm going to watch two things to happen. Support be found down here and come and check this area out again. I'm getting long, taking the same trade. We come back down through this area really aggressively, which looks like we're about to right now. I'm going to watch for a short play, right? I'm not going to take it short coming down through VWAP really aggressively because I think we could turn this into just a choppy day after failing to move higher right here. But I'd be looking for maybe, some support to be found here and then a really aggressive continuation lower. I'd consider that short back down towards the 5,500s. But my gut tells me, got involved early on this one. Low risk, right? Comfortable taking the L. Low risk, but I think we're going to come back down to this area, maybe this area, and then either just drift today and kind of have a choppy indecision day, or form this move to the afternoon and start to push to the upside. But again, okay, putting risk on, taking it, right? Getting in the market early enough to not miss out on the opportunity where, again, like maybe it's a Wednesday and we just continue to the upside, but not today. Not today. Looks like we're going to take the L, guys. Part of the game. But yeah, let's see. What's going on, guys? What's going on? I think the push to the upside shows buyers are putting in long orders there with risk levels well below. Could be sideways for continuation tomorrow. Yeah, like we talked about, no news day, no news Monday today. Could absolutely be a consolidation, choppy day before a move, continuation later in the week. Again, there is a risk of that. Just a kind of choppy, consolidating type of Monday. We did have some movement last week. Friday was kind of calm, kind of just chopped around and set us up for what looked like could have been a move right off the open today. I try not to form too much of those biases and say, I don't think we're going to move at all today because it's a no news Monday. Just not how I trade. But here we are, stopped out on that one. Ooh, only realized $551. A little bit of positive slippage, I guess, on that one. But stopped out, breaking to the downside and upside of this first 15-minute bar, coming up on 10 a.m. Now, trade number two, trade idea number two. Nothing right off the bat, right? Not just going to jump right back in and do anything crazy. Invalidation point is coming back down, not continuing to the upside right here, right now. Thought process for this. If we find buyers anywhere around this level and we come all the way back up, I like this for a long again. I would risk getting stopped out again if we just turned this into, again, just a really choppy consolidating day. But if we came back up through these highs after pulling back down and testing VWAP, I'd like this long. I'd like this long again. Now, you might be a really aggressive pullback buyer, and this is going to set up a long position from down in this area now with a wide stop and wide target. I'm going to wait for some more momentum displaying that we're actually going to move back up to the upside before I would try this thing again. Conversely, like I talked about, don't know that I would try this really aggressively down through these lows, but I could absolutely see a return to this level potentially before a move to the upside. So if we were going to find some buyers here, fail to move higher, and then start to aggressively sell off, I could absolutely see this short back down towards the 5,500 level, right? Really, really round psychological number, important level, really, really round. Just big psychological level, right? 5,500, big round number. Tested multiple times as support and resistance. We could absolutely see a return to that level for more transactions to take place. But first trade L, mild risk, like we talked about, not the $1,000, $1,200 risk on one trade where I'd really be saying, okay, I'm going to chill out. Maybe I get a second one, maybe not, because I am putting on a lot of risk there, and that could turn into a larger red day if I pull something like that. And with this consistency rule, try not to go crazy and put up too large of green days. Got to be cautious on what you do on your red days. But definitely have another opportunity for a trade. I want to see what happens down around VWAP. Again, first call, gun to my head. I think we're testing down in this area, potentially this area before I move to the upside. Call number 2 would just be for a choppy day, and then number 3 would be sell-off. I would rank them in that order, even with this pullback down towards VWAP right here. Cleaning out the 550s. Clean out the 550s. And yeah, a lot of what was on the book to the upside is still there, but some has come off. Some of those sell orders have been pulled. But yeah, nice targets to the upside. I still like this long, so I'm going to be waiting. I'm not going to take a short play on this really, really aggressively to sell off towards 55.50. Not a bad look right here, right now. But we got a retest of this area of high volume on the 15-minute. VWAP, prior day value area high, right? Top of this consolidation. Let's see what happens around this area, right? I'd be comfortable with a pullback all the way down around these lows. Buyers to get found for a push higher. It could definitely look to set up that way. Conversely, we come through this, pretty quickly. I think we're headed back down to 5,500. So indecision up here, not a beautiful way to structure risk. Still holding this trend to the upside. So it's a wait and see for me now, guys, after L number 1. Checking some messages as we're coming down through VWAP. Yeah, gonna wait on this one and see what we got going on. Break and retest. Again, if buyers get found down here, I'm going to look to take this one long again. Again, just staring at the 15-minute today. I'm going to take a quick glance at the 1 minute. I was running side-by-side, 15-minute and 1 minute for a while, but I've really been liking the 15-minute chart. It just provides such a nice high time frame view. These markets are so damn volatile. They move so much these days that there's a lot of opportunity on that 15-minute chart where there's previously hasn't been. This looks like a nice, if I was just a 1 minute scalper, this looks like a nice opportunity right back up to the 55, 56s through this area of low volume right here if we find some support right off of prior day value area high. But yeah, some serious selling pressure stepped right in. We definitely had some volatility right there when we're watching Bookmap, and that continued all the way back down through VWAP. So this is going to be decision time number 1 here. Could be a choppy day though. Could definitely be a choppy Monday. I like this long, and I like this long because of the technicals, and I'm gonna have to take this one again if it comes back up. Um, if I want to stay consistent on really how I'm going to trade this structure every other day of the week. This is still showing a lot of strength. Did not continue to the upside here. This would be a really, really clean stop everybody out, including myself. Find a lot of support, find buyers at VWAP, and then continue to the upside. Could we just chop here and have this really gnarly expansion day? Absolutely. Absolutely. But until that starts to set up, I'm still looking at this thing directionally to the upside. So let's see what we get down here. Again, not going to take it aggressively long from right down in this area. I'd be waiting for buyers to take it back up. Ryan, how's order flow looking? Yeah, we do still have some liquidity to the downside here. 55.37s, that could be dicey. Right down to this temporary volume point of control, this area of high volume. Let's take a look at Bookmap together. My favorite order flow tool. Ooh, right as I said it, some of it came off the book. We had about 230 something orders there. Right as I said it, that came off the book. Still have these areas that I was targeting to the upside, the 580s, 90s, 5600, and then big stack up here. Really, really big stack up here. The 5650s. So I still like this to the upside. There's quite a bit on the book down below. That's very close. We could definitely clean out more longs here and just pick up liquidity to the downside. But man, we got buyers stepping in right off of prior day value area, and right around VWAP. Yeah, so far this is going to be a wait and see. Again, it could be a choppy day. Could be a dicey, choppy day, but you don't know that until after the fact, right? And if it was really just chopping overnight through Asia, London, we sold off. We didn't have that direction, kind of pushing off of VWAP here again. I'd be much more cautious to look for a long again on this, but so far that's my play. I'd love a clean out, down a little bit lower. I'd really like a pull down to like the 35s and then buyers step aggressively in and start taking this thing back above highs. That would be just, again, even a cleaner invalidation point on this. But you can see what's happening right here, right now. This is setting up long again, man. Yeah, this would have been beautiful. Again, like I talked about, even more aggressively right off the open if we came down to this area and then buyer stepped in and took this thing higher. We could still sell off from down here. This is just a little bit of buyer stepping in until we get back above highs. We're really not continuing this structure to the upside. We got two 15-minute bars trading below 15-minute bar lows, right? If I'm looking at price action. But I'm going to watch what happens around this level. I'd like to see buyers continue this thing higher. Potentially look for a long. I'm not going to get short off this. Again, I think we could easily return to the 5500s. Highest area of volume zoomed out on this chart. Prior week volume point of control. It's this area, even the statistics behind prior week volume point of control being tested in the current week, the next week. Strong stats behind that, but this is just looking bullish, man. Yeah, man, this would have been really nice if we cracked down to the 35s, right? If we just went a little bit deeper down below VWAP and then stepped right back in, it would be something I would be comfortable getting involved with before we really started to push off from the low of the move. It would be able to it would let me get in a little bit earlier. But buyers found down here, man. This is interesting. think I'm going to stay patient on this a bit, guys. I'm tempted long on it from down here again, finding buyers off of VWAP. I just don't know that I want to take another stop out if we do continue to the downside. At that point, I would pretty much use all of my risk for the day, right? And if we do, pull back down a little bit farther and then start to continue, I would have already taken my, my 2 stop outs and kind of just be done with it. There is opportunity here, though, because we pulled back down to VWAP, and now we've got buyers stepping right back in. Sellers failing to continue this thing lower. It's not a ton of volume behind this, but buyers not letting it come very far outside of this area right here. And if we are going to continue higher, this would make for a pretty clean move, right? Push to the upside overnight, break out to the upside, retest a VWAP, right? Sweeping down below lows, cleaning everybody out, and then a continuation to the upside. That would look decent. Would look really decent. But appreciate you guys hopping on, man. If you're new, welcome to the show. I'm here almost every damn day, trading live, 100% free on YouTube, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Giveaways, a lot of giveaways coming up. Stay tuned. Who knows? Maybe we'll see something today. Maybe we won't. But every week, giving away straight to funded Top 1 Futures accounts, which is what I'm trading here. If you don't know, check the pinned link. Top 1 Futures, 55% off and free anytime payouts. They had a rule change, rule adjustment, where they adjusted the buffer required before you take a payout and the maximum payout per payout, right? The payout cap. Not a retroactive rule change for new accounts. Went into effect yesterday at 5 p.m. They gave everybody a bunch of notice. I hit you guys up, let you know, hey, you had plenty of opportunity to snag those accounts if you wanted to. But as they roll in after that change, they are discounting the stuff even heavier, which is pretty sweet. I don't think the change is too big of a deal for consistent traders. Of course, nobody likes change, right? Especially anything that tightens up. But you could watch the address from Matt, the CEO, their discussion on sustainability, their game plan, why they're doing what they're doing. And I like that. I like any firm that's just being upfront and talking, about what's going on right off the bat. Man, I like this long, which is why I'm looking at this again. I don't know that I could take it again from up here, though. This is tough. It's a tough one. I think I'm going to have to stay patient on this, guys. So here's my thought process. Took the first L, right? This doesn't look bad pushing up off of this level. If I took it from here, I'd probably want to run it with a wide stop because I think we could return to this level, come and check out the 30s, the 35s. But we may just continue, right to the upside off of this, and that doesn't look really bad, right? I think watching what happens right here and just kind of see if this holds or if sellers do turn it to the downside. I think I'm going to wait. I would miss this opportunity where we just push to the upside right here and go and check out the 5600s because I think it's really likely that we come down through these 30s first. There's liquidity to the downside. There's just a lot on the book above and below this area right here. This wasn't like a gnarly sweep to the downside. So it's just not giving me the warm fuzzy feeling to get involved right here. I think we can like chop around and then potentially push off if we're going to push off and not just turning this into a choppy back and forth day. And if I do miss this initial move to the upside, I'd be interested to see what happens up here and maybe take it way higher with a wider stop tight below the session low. It would just be a different trade. But I'm still looking at this long. Not showing me a reason to get short. Back down to VWAP. Oftentimes we chop around here a little bit. The play off of VWAP long, right? Retest the VWAP from the upside is definitely not a bad move, but this one's just a little bit dicey to get aggressively long on again down here. I think I'm gonna have to wait. it's not bad risk to throw it down here, right? Pretty similar trade that I had on the first time. Because if we come through these lows, come through this area of high volume, I think we're headed to the 5,500, and I would just be dead wrong twice. That this would just be a move all the way down to check this area out, which could be the move for today. Could just be a choppy back and forth day. It would actually be a down day, the way how slow this is moving. So I'm tempted long on this, but I think I got to keep myself patient for the time being. Yeah, I'd have to allow price to come all the way down through the 30s, like 25s. Not bad though, not bad. So I don't know that I'm gonna get another one on here with you guys if I don't take this coming up pretty soon here. Decisions. But we got a bunch of people on here, man. Smash like, smash subscribe. Appreciate you being on here with me. Took the first L getting long off the open. Played out really nicely last week. Kept risk controlled, kept it low. For this reason, right? Just because we often see a lot of volatility off the open. Market doesn't always make the direction, the choice of direction right off the bat. But this is what I'm eyeballing right here, guys. This is what I'm eyeballing. $47, we got a decent amount on the book as well. Can we get a little bit of a sweep lower and then potentially a continuation? I might hop into this. Yeah, I'm going to stay patient on this, guys. It looks decent for a long. I got too much down below that I want to see swept. We really didn't do it here. It's not a bad play coming back off VWAP. I tried it early, and I think that just may be, just maybe my peril today, which is okay, right? Make your decision, stick with it. Again, I pulled the same exact trade, paid very, very nicely last week. If I'm going to be consistent, I got to pull the same stuff, week over week. This one, trying the same long again, just could be a little bit dicey. So I think I'm going to wait. There's quite a bit on the book, all the way down to 35, would just be the low end of this, area of consolidation, this area of high volume. That didn't get hit. What would get me in right here would be just to have been a wider sweep down below lows, really aggressively taking this off, just a cleaner invalidation point right here. And I don't have that. I'm not comfortable getting long with a stop right here below session lows for a breakout to the upside. Not a bad trade. I'd have to run it pretty damn wide, which is also not a bad trade. But I'm going to wait to see if we come back down into this area, test these lows, sweep below this area, pick up this liquidity, and then continue the upside. I'd be looking long at that point. If we blast off from here, I'm missing the trade to the upside. We go hit 5,600, and I watch that one play out. But in the effort, the goal of avoiding potentially another loss, because I could see the move just too clearly either way from over here, I'm not going to put risk on right now. So that's the thought process. I'm going to hang out with you guys because this might set up pretty quick. Market is moving. I'm I'm still looking long. I'm just waiting to see what I need to see. That's what you got to do. Frame your trades, right? Kind of do that if-then statement, and then wait for that to happen. We looked at order flow. Do you copy trade all three? Yeah, this is all three copy traded together. So you can see up on the top left-hand side, it says leader +2. That would mean that I am copy trading all three of these top 1 futures, 150K straight to funded accounts. Looking for possibly a second trade myself. Took an L as well. Hoping another entry for a short. Okay, looking for a short. Ryan's looking for a short. Yeah, again, I could see it, man. Like if we, if we're going to turn this into a choppy day and just consolidate, I could see it. I could see a short down towards 5,500. I think that's a very obvious level on the chart. If we are not going to continue to the upside, and this is just going to be kind of a rangy, choppy day, I would be in trouble continuing to try to trade this directionally. Again, what's keeping me out of this one, just too much liquidity above and below. I don't like getting long before these 35s where we have, quite a bit of orders that have remained on the book since we came back down to this area. We still have really, really solid targets to the upside. Obviously, 80s, 90s, and 5,600. That would be the move that I would be targeting to the upside. But as you can see, we have a lot on the book all the way up there. That's pretty damn far away from price. But right here, a sweep down below these levels before continuation to the upside would look pretty sweet, rather than getting long right here and then stop loss right down here. I don't use order flow exclusively, right? I'm not making the decision solely based off bookmap. I'm looking at, this chart as well, and I think we easily hang out around here and come back down to this area first, right? We got pretty damn close. That might be all we need to do, right to this area. Check lower time frames. Look at our 1 minute chart. Yeah, this could be some gnarly selling pressure that steps in. Would be really sweet for a retest of prior day value area high and then continuation, but not bad. Not bad to the upside if you wanted it to 5,600. Definitely not bad. Yeah, buyer stepping in, bringing this thing higher. Is this going to be it? Going to blast off right from VWAP here, man? This might be what we see today. And I would have had direction right, just obviously not timing and not stop loss. Would have taken a stop by about 10 points on this one. The real wide one would have kept me in so far. But again, then I'm asking for a lot out of the market. So that thesis was this continues right towards 5,600. I grab that win, and I'm on with my day. But yeah, back up towards overnight high, man. Looks like we want to come out of this. Quite a bit on the book at 55. Yeah, man, I still really like this long. I think I'm going to have to take this one, guys. I think this is going to be my second and only trade of the day. And if I have to take my 2 stop outs, it's going to be taking it long towards the 5,600s and above, coming out of this area, coming off of these highs. But we might not get it today. I don't want to let the no news Monday potential for chop and consolidation keep me out of a good trade. Here we go. Looking like we want to try this 55 again. We got like 120, 130 on the book right here. And I don't mean to not be talking too much. I'm usually yapping quite a bit. I'm just focused up on this structure, man, because I do like it. Sometimes when I'm sitting on here with you guys, I don't have like anything in front of me really that's setting up, like nothing that's getting close. As I start to get close to a trade setup, I try to focus up, look at how I'm going to structure risk, think about position sizing, think about the trade thesis, how long I'd like to hold on to it. You know, what do I want to allow or not allow to happen in the market that would keep me in. I'm getting long on this, guys. This is going to be my play. This is going to be second and only trade of the day that I could see. I'm going to get long on it from up here. I watched this come back down, take out the 55s. We had quite a bit of orders. We are not coming through any orders to the downside and continuing. They are acting as support, and buyers are continuing to step in. We have a growing cumulative volume delta, which I don't usually talk about. Delta is just a measure of buyers versus sellers. When it's positive, buyers are outweighing sellers. When it's negative, sellers are outweighing buyers. It's nice to look at on Bookmap because it starts it from when you start the session, which is pretty sweet. But it's kind of another, measure of volume, right? This is on some decent volume looking at Bookmap. We still might come all the way down and turn this into a choppy day or a move to the downside. Just eyeballing risk, but I'm long 5 from 55, 59, 75. Long again, going to be the second trade. Second time I'm trying it long. Sticking to my bias. Didn't jump right back in after getting stopped out. Didn't flip short immediately and think we were going to continue lower. We have new information, right? This is a break to the upside, retest and hold a VWAP with some serious strength, right? Multiple times we checked back out these key areas, the 55, 50s. Buyers defended this area pretty nicely after coming back down into this area of high volume. Now, I'm not going to go stop loss right below session lows. I'm going to run it wide. I really don't want to have a $1,500 down day across all accounts, but that's within my risk parameters. It would be the high end of a red day. But I'm not going to place a stop loss where I want to allow the market to return to. This 55, 35 area, I could see this for, seller stepping back in here. I could see this for a return to this level potentially. Down through that, we start to come back down through the 20s. I think we're headed lower. I think we're quickly headed down towards this prior day volume point of control, overnight low, and potentially lower. So I'm going to run this with a stop down at like 55. Yeah, 55, 19, 75, somewhere right around that $1,000 level. I'm gonna leave it right down there. 55.20 seems fine. Again, targets to the upside through the 5600s, right? So I do like this to the upside. Past that, we got a lot on the book all the way up to the 5650s. Now, that would be a lot out of the market. We would really be looking at breaking and running. But everything on this for me is still calling long. I got to put my trades on as I see fit. Support found at VWAP. Do we continue? Immediately selling back off so far. We'll have to watch this one play out. And again, I'll always smile with you guys as I'm taking L's. Part of it, right? If I'm going to smile and say, hey, look at us doing well, having nice green days on a lot of the green days that I've had here with you guys live, I'm going to have the red days. Again, putting on, decent amount of risk on this one, closer to full risk because I have a wider stop, wider take profit point. I've got more information. I've got more information that has formed. I have a cleaner invalidation point. I'm not trading right off the open where I think we could be, could have a lot of volatility right away that I want to be cautious of. So I'm going to allow this one to play out for now. Watch the book to the upside and downside and kind of just see how that starts to develop. But long again, 55, 59, and 3/4. If I have to take my L, I will be out right around that $1,500, $1,600 on the day per account. Part of the game, man. I'll do what I have to do. Take my L's in stride on the way to the wins. In some nice profit in these accounts. I'd like to just stack up a couple more small wins and snag a payout. But that's oftentimes not how it goes, right? You get this back and forth movement with your equity curve. So long as you're sloping to the upside, you're doing something right. But oftentimes you get that break even, that kind of back and forth movement. So we'll see what we get out of this one. Again, liquidity, the downside's a little bit dicey. But still nice stacks of orders to the upside through the 5580s. Could be a nice fuel to the fire. I like the way that it's really found support at these levels down below, but we're going to have to see. Gonna have to see. And while we are waiting for that, while we are waiting for this trade to play out, not finding buyers through these highs. Oh, man. Yeah, it might be the red day. Might be the red day. But while we are waiting for this, since we got so many people on here, just checking something out. Nice. All right, guys. There's 32 of you on here. I think you know what time it is based on the way I'm talking about this. We got 8 likes. Smash the like button. I need at least as many likes as people that we have on here right now. We got 32 people on here. I need 32 likes. We hit 32 likes. We're going to run a giveaway, and it's a big one. It's going to be for a $50K straight to funded account with Top 1 Futures worth $300. It's a pretty nice one. So if we hit 32, I'm going to drop a form. You can fill out the form. You will have about 10 minutes I'll give you guys to get the form filled out. We'll see if we can pick a winner on here. This is for a $50K straight to funded account with Top 1 Futures. Happy to be doing these giveaways. Happy to be partnered with Top 1 Futures. Again, I'm partnered. I'm affiliated. I can't stand to be unbiased. I'm not happy about the way this trade is playing out. Retest of overnight high, prior day high, prior week volume point of control, and immediate seller stepping back in. My stop loss is where it has to be. If I have to take the second stop on this one, I'm definitely done for the day in these accounts. It'll be a red Monday. We'll be turning into just a choppy back and forth day. I'll be playing this thing long to the upside too aggressively, and I'll just be taking the L's. But part of trading, man. I'll put my trades on as I see fit. I see on another day this as a beautiful long to the upside, but maybe not today. Looks like we want to come back down. We got initial balance. We break this to the downside. It does not look good. I would be trading against that. So if you're listening to me narrate this trade, maybe you say, hey, man, about half loss. I'm going to realize half an R on this one, $431, and just call it a day. For me, my data shows put my trades on, put my stop loss where my stop loss needs to go, and let that bad boy play out. I close far too many for break even or for partials to the downside that continue in my direction, and far less do I cap a trade that would continue all the way to the stop loss before it gets there. So for me, in my trade management, let the trade run to stop. So anyway, guys, we have giveaway coming up right here, right now, as we watch this trade play out. You guys can check it out again. I'm long 5 from 55, 59 and 3/4. Stop at 55.20. Turning around on me. Want to allow it to room all the way down to 55.35, but this does not look good. Buyers not holding VWAP here. Coming down below this pretty aggressively. Not liking it. Not liking it. But again, waiting for likes to get to at least 32 likes, and we will drop the form. We are at, I'm showing 20 right now. Here's what we're looking at, guys. Boom. Along with all of that, link is in the chat. $1 million paid out by Top 1 Futures. They're running a 55% off and anytime payouts free with code RDF. That code, the affiliate code that I have, because I'm affiliated and I can't stand to be unbiased, I make money from this. is the best discount. It is the best discount. It's better than any other standard code that you see. Other guys will have this discount as well. It's not exclusive to me, but you can get 55% off and anytime payouts. It makes the 150K funded account like $358, something like that. Pretty damn sweet. But guys, we are running a giveaway for the 50K straight to funded. This is the one that we're talking about giving away right now. $299 in value. So get the likes up, man. We're at 23 likes. We need to get to 32. That's going to be my rule. Got to get at least as many likes as people that we have on here. I'll drop the form. You'll have 10 minutes to fill out. No purchase necessary. Come on, folks. Do it for the haircut. Monday of taking money only. Instead, I take it the market slowly wants our money. Yeah, back and forth sideways, man. Still going sideways. Again, if you hopped on late, I am long again. Took the first L. If I take this second one, I'm going to be out for a larger red day for me, but within risk parameters, right? $2,000 on any one day for me, which is a little bit aggressive, is going to be my absolute max. Definitely don't want to hit that if I don't have to, but you got to recognize that on the front end, right? What is your risk limit? If you don't have one, you're risking your entire account. So a $2,000 daily loss would be my DLL. In any one account, but we'll see. See what happens down around here. Don't love the non-continuation of the upside after retesting this level. Sellers are really defending this thing. Again, I want to allow a retest of this level down here, the 35s. I think that would be the bottom end of this area of high volume. If we come down through that, I think we are aggressively coming all the way down through the 5500s, in which case I'm dead wrong. It's a down day, choppy day. This is going to flip into a nice bearish candle, potentially. Come back down. Maybe check out prior day's low. Who knows? But for now, I am playing this to the upside. Liquidity all the way up here to this big, nice, round psychological number, 5600. A big stack up here at 5650. I wouldn't be holding this all the way up here, but I'd want to see upside targets would be around that 5600 level. So we'll see what we get out of this trade. But if you guys hopped on late, we are waiting for a giveaway. As soon as we get to 32 likes, we got like 40 people, 42 people on here right now, 37 people. Smash the like button, guys. Giving away a $299 account from Top 1 Futures, a straight to funded account. You can be trading in a funded account tomorrow. Somebody's going to be today. If you guys do this one, we'll get likes up and go from there. So give me a minute, guys. I'm going to grab water. I will leave this screen up so you can watch the trade playing out. I'm going to grab some water. I'll be right back. There we go. Paris is coming back for round 2. Don't let him win it twice, guys. That's the winner from last week. I'll be right back, guys. Back in action with you guys. Let's see. Ooh. Chair, you didn't do too bad, Chair. It's not terrible. That's not terrible. Let's take a look at order flow at Bookmap. This doesn't look bad. It still doesn't look bad to the upside. Everything that was on the book above price is still there. What's concerning is we do have orders that have built at the 55.34. And if I zoom out really heavily, still the most prominent level is all the way up here at the 56.50s. Big stack, but that's 100 points away from price. Not really what I look to take into consideration. But closer than that, just 50 points lower. We do now have 152 on the book, down at 5,500. That was not there before. That would indicate buyers getting involved, potentially anticipating a move to the downside here. But yeah, this is still showing strength, man. I just don't know that we're going to get to break today. I don't know. If it's a choppy day, I'm going to get stopped on this. It's going to be a red day. If we're just going to go back and forth or form a day to the downside, I'm going to take my 2 stop outs. But this is definitely one that I got to get long on. This higher time frame structure is just way too bullish for me to be looking short. And just to be sitting patient. I think these moves have been really solid to the upside. They've been paying last week, especially off the open, where I had to get involved pretty quickly today. Take the quick L, but on low risk, right? On partial risk, allowing myself a second trade. Yeah, this looks good to the 5,600 level, man. I could see this playing out 40 points higher, and that would be pretty sweet. We're at a decision point, though, here, right? Like, we've defended now VWAP twice. If this candle flips and we come back down through the 55.35s without pushing higher, from this type of move, it's really going to make the case for a move lower, right? So far right here, right now, this looks okay. Nice long wick to the downside, especially if that forms with a big, nice bullish engulfing candle. Conversely, if this flips and forms a really nice long wick to the upside and fills to the downside, on the low time frames, you know what that looks like, right? Just continuing to break to the downside, failing to get above structure highs, and that would look pretty ugly for this one. But we're going to let it play out. That's the game plan. That is the game plan. And while we're letting it play out, waiting on you guys to smash the like button. We're at 30 likes. 2 more likes, 32 likes, and we are running a giveaway. We are running the top 1 futures giveaway. This is what the code has for you guys today. If you want to check it out, link is in the description. Link is in the chat. Let me throw this in there again for you guys. Code RDF gets you the best deals at top 1 futures. Remember, guys, I can't stand to be unbiased. I stand to make money. I'm affiliated. I'm partnered. I think it's important to tell you guys that, right? To be transparent about that. There we go. 33 likes. We are up and rolling. Let's get the form in the chat. Hang tight, guys. Let's get it. Let's get it. Even if I have to take L's, somebody's getting an account today. I like that. Boom. There we go, guys. So it is 10:42. I'm going to give you guys a nice solid 10 minutes until 10:52. Link is in the chat. Giveaway right now happening. I got to get like some graphic up here or something. Let's do it. Boom. This way, if you guys are watching without any headphones on, you know what's going on. I want everybody to have a chance at that. So I'm going to go ahead and actually make sure that's working good. Nice. All right, guys, fill that form out. You have to throw in there your name, email. Please give me a good email. Discord username. The link to Discord is in there as well. If you're not in the free Discord, 100% free trading Discord. Allows me to get in touch with you if you win an account. But that is going to be live for 10 minutes, guys. I'm going to make the cutoff 10:52. 1052 for the straight to funded 50K account giveaway. Worth about $300. Maybe it's even less because you get that, you get that discount. It's probably like $250, something like that. Somewhere around that level, but more than happy to give back to you guys. I'm thankful to be partnered and affiliated with Top 1 Futures that's supporting me doing these. I also do cash giveaways, but more than happy to have you guys on these live sessions. It's awesome. I appreciate you being here. It's fun to run these communities, do this stuff for free, make it available to everybody. It's awesome. And again, if you're new, while I'm yapping, because we always have a bunch of people hop on when the giveaway's running. If you don't know me, my name's Zach. I trade on here free almost every damn day. Here's what I'm not. I don't claim to be the best trader in the world. I don't claim to have all the magic answers, to have everything figured out. Don't have all the biggest payouts. I'm not on the leaderboards. I'll just show you what real trading looks like for me. Wins, losses like we saw today. We're going to see what this next one turns into. Run-ups, right? Account payouts and blown accounts. Everything in between. Happy to do that with you guys here for free. Along with that, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. I'm just an idiot on YouTube. No suggestions or recommendations to do anything. This is simulated trading in sim-funded accounts, even in real funded prop firm accounts where we're taking payouts. It's still, you got to read that rule, CFTC Rule 4.41. This is the simulated environment. Important to note that. And the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content. I can't be unbiased. I'm partnered and affiliated with Top 1 Futures and a whole bunch of other awesome companies that I enjoy, like Bookmap. I'm showing you guys as well. But got to be transparent about that. Make your own decisions. Do your own research thoroughly. Make sure you make decisions that are right for you. Trading's risky. Most traders lose money. Prop firms are risky. You guys got to decide this stuff for yourself. I always encourage you to do that. It's really, really important. If you're not doing that, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. Certainly shouldn't be listening to some idiot here on YouTube, right? But that's the full disclaimer, guys. And remember, you got about 5 minutes. 6 minutes, let's say. 10:52. Link is in the chat. Form is in the chat. Fill the form out. Don't do it multiple times. Don't spam the thing. If you did it twice, you're definitely not going to win. Don't fill it out multiple times. I don't want to have to make it only for Gmail email addresses. That's annoying. So you can do it multiple times, but if you do it multiple times, I will not pick you on purpose. Please don't spam it. I'm doing these every week, multiple giveaways for the most part per week. Hop on here, man. You got a chance to win. There's like not a lot of people on here, man. I usually get like 30 submissions. It's 1 out of 30, right? You see the retweets and stuff for some of these account giveaways in like the thousands. I think this is like a really good chance to win. What do I know? I'm biased, right? Yes, Bookmap does give a discount. So let me throw that in there as well. It's no code for Bookmap, just the link. I'll throw this in there for you. Absolutely, man. Bookmap's a little bit old school with the way their site is. It brings you right to the checkout page. So if you want to do the comparison, do the research and stuff, you can click that link and navigate around the site. But they give you discounts based on the quarterly and yearly, maybe the monthly as well. But I think the quarterly and yearly plans, because Bookmap is a subscription paid service. And remember, with Bookmap or any order flow tool that you are going to use, you need a subscription to Level 2 data, which is separate. I always try to make guys aware of that. If you're brand new to order flow or using depth of market, you need Level 2 data, which you have to pay for regardless of what firm you're using or whatever it is. Some people get it provided for free for somehow, but you have to have a Level 2 data feed. Let's just put it that way, whether you're paying for it through Bookmap or through Rhythmic or DXFeed or some other data provider. You need Level 2 data to plug into Bookmap. Otherwise, you don't have data in there. It's just the software. So important to note that. If you got questions, man, feel free to ask me in Discord. I'll try to help you out. But again, guys, link is live. Giveaway's live. We got 41 people on here, 34 likes. I appreciate you guys being here. Back to break even on my second long trade. I'm holding on to it. Going to see what we do here. Really need some momentum to the upside. We come back down through these lows. It's going to look pretty ugly. We come up through these highs. It's going to look pretty sweet. I'm looking at about that 5,600 level to the upside. Some decent levels of liquidity up there. I think we can move pretty quickly if we actually break out to the upside, but right here, right now, it's looking choppy. Defending VWAP, but we come through it again. That's gonna be buyers saying, all right, you know what? We're just gonna let this thing hang out. But stop is where it is because I want to allow for that retest of around the 35s, 30s where we got some liquidity, and then potentially that drift higher into the afternoon. If this turned out to be a really long trade, I'd allow for that. But that's where we're at. Get the forms in, guys. Get the forms in. Smash like, smash subscribe. If you're new here and you want to chat for next time, I keep subscriber mode on. YouTube live streams, for some reason, bring out all the trolls, except for the friendly trolls, which we all know and love. I just block the dumbass questions. I think it just wastes time. I'm here live every day. I show you what I do for free. You can make your own decision and say, that guy sucks, I want to fade him. Or I just want to hang out here for the giveaways. And that's cool, man. But that's the beauty of doing stuff live directly from your free YouTube, right? You guys can make that decision for yourself. All right, man, we got some people responding here. We got like 26 now. Responses rolling in. Guys, again, 50K straight to funded account giveaway happening right now. Link is in the chat. I'm waiting for you guys. No purchase necessary. Fill it out. Name, email. Please give me a good email. Don't spam it. Don't fill it out 47 times. I will not pick you if it lands on you. Good luck, everybody. I'm going to give you about another 3 minutes. I said 9:52. I'm going to give you to 9:53. I'm extra generous. I'll give you an extra minute. So go ahead, fill it out, guys. Yep, still more rolling in. I guess it's people that like hop on late because I don't know if you heard me say it before, why you wouldn't have filled it out before, but I don't know. I guess it's people hopping on right now. So I'll keep repeating it. Giveaway going on. You got like 2 minutes. Form is in the chat. It's been up for about 10 minutes. Last people, get the form filled out. We'll do random number selector, and I'll get you guys an account. Someone's getting an account here. Someone's getting a 50K straight to funded account. Someone's trading in a fresh funded account tomorrow. Let's see who it is today. Get the random number selector up. And it is random, guys. I don't pick my friends. I don't pick people. It comes directly from Top 1 Futures if you're not aware the way that it works. So it's not like I have a code or a thing to give you that I'm going to pick it anyway. But I take screenshots anyway because someone always has something to say. Oh, he just picks his friends or he picks himself. So, all right, we got coming up on it, guys. 10:51, 2 minutes, 2 minutes left. We've got 29 responses so far. Oh, 28 responses so far. Let's go, guys. Last chance. Get your form filled out. Get an entry to win a 50K straight to funded account from Top 1 Futures. Watching these come in. All right, guys, 60 seconds left before I cut it off. I got to have a line in the sand somewhere. Get the form filled out. There's still people filling the form out. Yeah, it must be people that hop on late, right? You click on a YouTube live stream and then you just hop on. Oh. All right, let's go. What's going on, guys? Appreciate you in the chat. Everybody that's on today. Appreciate you being here. Smash like, smash subscribe. Got like 43 people on here, 44 people on. 60 seconds. I'm closing the form out. We'll do the random number selector and get somebody an account here. I do it over to the side so I don't dox everybody. But, yep, still rolling in. Come on, guys, let's go. Let's go. All right, random number selector's up. We have getting ready to hit the stop button. So far, I have 30 responses. We're going to go 2 through 30. I enjoy doing these, man. It's fun. Love giving stuff away. All right, guys, 10:53. I gave you an extra 10 seconds. We are stopping. We are going to stop this now. Boom. All right. We have 30 responses here. Can we get a drum roll, please? Fingers crossed in the chat. I see someone put the slot machine. Good luck, everybody. And let's get to the random number selector. We have 2 through 30 selected because the first one, 2 through 31. Let me make sure everybody gets an equal shot. All right, we got some familiar names. Let me make sure nobody spammed it and filled it out 47 times. Nope, I don't think so. To kick anybody? No, we're good. All right, here we go. Drum roll is... Oh, winner is number 30. Almost dead last. Somebody that filled it out last, close to last, is getting this one. Number 30 on the list is, I don't know how to say your name properly. Yasir. Y-A-S-I-R. Y-A-S-I-R-A. I'm not going to give your last name. Congrats, Yasir. I got your email. You're going to be getting a $50K straight to funded account from Top 1 Futures right here, right now. Congrats. Everybody say congrats. Y-A-S-I-R. Yasir? I hope you're on here, man. I got your name and email. I'll be reaching out. You'll be getting an email straight from Top 1 Futures. That's how we're doing it. Account will be set up, ready to roll. You'll be able to trade it. I'm excited. Keep us updated. We had Paris last time win it. He started trading it. Super excited. I would love to see you guys make it to payouts from these free accounts. I think that would be awesome, man. That'd be really, really cool to see. But yeah, congrats, guys. Oh, there we go. He's on there, man. What's up? What's up? Congrats, brother. Happy to get you an account. Again, I got your email. Hop in the free Discord. Also, if you're not in the free Discord, this way we can communicate in there. And guys, like you see me rolling these out, it's not the last time. Hop on the live sessions. You got to be on here to win, like the way we just did this one. It's going to be random time, not at the beginning, not at the end, random days. Form drops, no purchase necessary. Fill it out, don't spam it, and you got a chance to win. It'll be these straight to funded accounts, 50K straight to funded accounts. Maybe some other accounts, just depends on what kind of day it is. Maybe some cash giveaways, right? Maybe you just win some straight pocket cash while you're on here with me. But congrats, Yasir. Awesome to, hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Apologize if I'm not. I'm an idiot, so apologies. But I'm glad you won on that one, man. Back to the markets. As I'm watching this one, let me just make sure I take the screenshots. This way nobody yells at me. Watching this trade just come back and forth, not finding direction to the upside. Unfortunate. Would have liked to see that continue. We've retested this prior week value area high, prior day high level multiple times. Sellers are defending that. It really is not looking great with this movement back down again. Again, stop is where it has to be. Ooh, let me not mess that up. Stop is where it has to be for me. My data shows that closing out early in loss, adjusting the trade too much, especially when I'm structuring from that higher time frame, is just not helpful. So I don't do that. I run no fixed take profit to the upside. I let the market give me whatever it's going to give me that day, and take profit at areas that make sense. But right here, right now, just chopping back and forth. Looking at the 15-minute, these are just very choppy, indecisive candles. It looked like we pulled back down, and I got long on this bad boy on the push back up. Looking like we want to continue to break above. We've now failed to do that multiple times. This was nice for a retest back down below, sweeping the low, defending VWAP, right? Testing this area of high volume and then coming back up. But now we have a nice bearish bar forming on this one. It just doesn't look great. We are not continuing this move outside of highs. We're not breaking out to the upside. If we break one side of this range, we may continue in that direction, right? That would be the opening range breakout. But again, this one for me, it's structured on the 15-minute, right? I've been running these longer hold times, sometimes longer hold times, right? The first one wasn't that long. Friday was an example. I got long, 15, 20 minutes into the open, and I held it until like 350, 345, something along those lines. Or maybe it was after MOC, like right into the close. But for this one, what am I looking at to the upside? The 5,600 level. Big round psychological number. Along with that, off of these lows that were tested multiple times, it would be coming through this area of low volume. I really like the 625s to the upside as well. But along with what we have here as far as structure and volume, I'll show you guys book map. We got a lot down below as well. Yeah, this is a mixed match, man. Now that I'm past the giveaway, looking at this, more prominent levels to the upside. Still 200 on the lot, up at 5,600, 100 at 5,590, 150 at 5,580, but closer right down below price right here through VWAP. We've got a lot on the book. I'd be surprised right now if you're looking for a quick short if we didn't come through the 40s and the 35s to the downside. This looks like we want to go fill orders that are very close to price. So, this might be another L. Might be just one of those days where we are not breaking out to the upside. I'm trading it directionally. We're chopping, right? And this is going to be a range trader's dream today. But that's my game plan. Yeah, still nice positive cumulative volume delta, even after we're pulling back. But that's my play today. To the upside, again, targets. If we sell off, you know what happens, right? I'm taking the L. Unless I call something out in Discord that I'm actually going to manage this and do something different. You'll know if we trade through the 55.20s that I'm taking the L. To the upside, around that 5,600 level, that's potential profit target number 1. All the way up towards the bottom of this zone, this 56.25s, that would be potential area number 2. That would be quite a bit of profit. Don't know that I want to put that much on in any one day, so I don't know that I would have to hold all the way up there. But so far, this is choppy, indecisive, still holding bullish. We come through to the downside. I think it is going to be a down day. And, buyers had a chance to run the highs on this thing multiple times. We're failing to do it. So just might be one of those days, right? Again, I put my trades on as I see fit. Let the stop loss, trust my stop loss. Trust my stop loss. So if I'm going to step away, I'm probably going to have to set a profit target. But I'm going to set some alerts. I'm going to set some alerts here on TradingView right around this, above highs actually. Just want to know if we're starting to break out to the upside. 5,600, first level I'd be potentially looking to manage. We're catching a winner if we move up towards that level and then potentially through, right? But I would want to just take a look at Bookmap. What's going on in the book? Do we have orders that are potentially going to get us from 5,600 to that 25, or do we want to just grab profit? Conversely, we got a lot right here. I think we trade through this again, maybe sweep these lows. We would need buyers to step in quickly and continue this to the upside. Otherwise, it's the red day, man. But if you trade for long enough, you recognize it's part of doing business, right? There's a way that I like to think about it. There's a saying that I've heard that I really like. Losing trades, losing days, sometimes losing weeks, maybe even losing months if you don't have a real high frequency of trades, are the business expense we pay to make ourselves available for the profit. You cannot trade with no risk. There's just no such thing. You have to accept that risk. You have to accept those losses. I don't know anybody that trades with 100% or even 90% win rate. Get comfortable with taking losses. Get comfortable with being wrong. And you will keep your mindset in check. You'll keep your tilt in control. And you'll be able to get to the winning trades. As long as you're outweighing those either in quantity or in size, right? Positive win rate, positive risk reward, some combination that gives you a positive expectancy, you're making money in the long run. Do we know what's going to happen on any one trade on any one specific day? No, not with any real degree of certainty. But in the long run, back testing and forward testing over large periods, we can know. We can create that positive expectancy. We can trade profitably. At least that's my humble belief, right? So you guys got my game plan. If I take a stop on this one, I'm not jumping back in. Maybe something on one of the other accounts. Maybe I get something rolling on the Top Step accounts, but definitely not on this one. On these three, it would just be a red day. And on that note, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Oh, let's see. Yasir says, thanks, man. Means a lot. Been following you for a while. Love your content. Yes, you're pronouncing it right. Awesome, man. Yes, sir. Awesome, man. Glad to have you on. Glad you won. Again, guys, we had a giveaway for a 50K account if you hopped on late. More of those every week. I'll be doing giveaways. Super happy to be partnered up with Top 1 Futures, giving those away. If you didn't win and you want to check out Top 1 Futures, I'll throw this link in the chat one more time. 55% off. There's a recent change. Make sure you read through the frequently asked questions. But here's what we have rolling from Top 1 Futures. They paid out $1 million to their traders in a very short period of time. 55% off, code RDF, and anytime payouts added on free anytime payouts, which is pretty sweet. So check that one out. Links in the chat if you guys want to check it out. I'll be talking to you guys in Discord, 100% free trading Discord. More than happy to have you in there as well. Links down below. Make sure you read the disclaimer. I'm going to run through it again. Appreciate you guys being on here. I'll see you tomorrow. No lives on Thursday, Friday. I'm in person with Austin and a big group of traders. It's going to be awesome for this in-person Tampa event. Really excited to be part of that as a guest speaker. It's going to be fun. Grateful to be part of that. But remember, guys, trading's risky. Most traders lose money. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. I'm just an idiot on YouTube. Nothing you see or hear from me here or anywhere else is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts, and the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top 1 Futures, like Bookmap. Appreciate you guys being on here. Took an L today. We're going to see if this second one can come back to be a win. We'll put our risks on. We'll put our risk on if we have to take L's. Myself, I'm talking about here. I'll take them in stride, right? Confidently, knowing that I have confidence in my abilities to generate a profit in the long term. In the short term, keep myself controlled. Try not to go on tilt, do anything crazy. Talk to you guys soon. See you guys tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Smash like, smash subscribe. Thanks for being on. I'll see you in Discord. Have a great rest of the day. Trade well.